What is the etymology of physician? I find myself confusing physician and physicist occasionally. While I know what they both mean, I am a little confused as to the use of physics in physician. How did the term physician come to be used the way it is meant today? Lucky coincidence.
Perhaps the easiest way to understand the emergence of physician is by looking at the allied term physic, which Merriam-Webster's 11th Collegiate Dictionary, 2003, defines and derives as follows. Physic n me physic natural science, art of medicine, fraf physique, physic, frl physica, sing. Natural science, frgk physic, frfem. Of physicos, more at physics, 14c, 1a, the art or practice of healing disease b, the practice or profession of medicine 2, a medicinal agent or preparation, esp, purgative 3, archaic, natural science. So a physician, derived from me physician, fraf, fr physique medicine, according to MW, was simply someone who practiced physic, and natural science of healing. The only complication to this point is that MW says that physician emerged in the 13th century, 1 century before physic did. As for the derivation of physics, MW has this. L physica, PL, natural science, frgk physica, fr new PL of physicos of nature, fr physis growth, nature, fr phian, to bring forth, more at B 1715. The word physicist, as Russeton notes in another answer, came along later still, circa 1840, according to Merriam-Webster. This chronology suggests that physic and physician were well established from their Latin root of natural science by the time physics and physicist showed up to share dictionary space with them. So perhaps the more searching question would be, how did a root term that meant nature and that had long been associated with the natural science of medicine gain a separate meaning that focused on, as MW puts it, matter, energy, and their interactions? With regard to that question, I can only suppose that 18th century European scientists considered that the Greek root word for nature was strong enough to accommodate a second, separate branch, to confuse the imagery a bit, of scientific inquiry. Update, 2 supplemental points from commenters. 2 commenters have provided valuable additional information in response to my original answer. Because comments aren't preserved in the same way that answers are, I want to make sure that these don't get lost. First, in response to my speculation about how European scientists came to adapt the Latin physica and the Greek physicos, Frank points out that the OED reports a remarkable 1840 discussion of physician versus physicist. 1840 we will philos induct. SCI Pref. 71 we might perhaps still use physician as the equivalent of the French physician, but probably it would be better to coin a new word. Thus we may say that the physicist proceeds upon the ideas of force, matter, and the properties of matter. But prior to that physicist had been used to mean one versed in medical science. 1716 M. Davies Athen. Brit. 3 Dis. Physic 12 anatomists, naturalists, physicists, medicinist. Second, regarding the same issue of the shared Greek root of physic and physics, Janus Bars Jacques offers these thoughts. It is noteworthy that the Greek root is, in Greek, transparently connected with the base noun and its underlying verb, both of which refer to making something grow, creating something, bringing something into being. The underlying root is pi asterisk bu dash, which simply means be, so the ultimate sense of physic, ul, is just relating to that which is. Not a stretch to go from there to nature, the natural world, but also not a stretch to go to matter, essence, energy. My thanks to both of these commenters for their insights.
Physicist, N. 1836, from Physics Plus East. Coined by the Rev. William Wall, 1794 to 1866, English polymath, to denote a cultivator of physics as opposed to a physician. As we cannot use physician for a cultivator of physics, I have called him a physicist. We need very much a name to describe a cultivator of science in general. I should incline to call him a scientist. Thus we might say that as an artist is a musician, painter, or poet, a scientist is a mathematician, physicist, or naturalist. William Wall, The Philosophy of the Inductive Sciences, London, 1840. Etymology source.
Physica is from the Latin for natural science. As physician, internal medicine doctor, it comes through the Old French physician. Originally a medic would have to study natural science, plants, and the nature of the body, as well as astrology, while a lowly surgeon merely had to have a sharp knife and a strong stomach. Physicist is from the same root with a different ending to avoid confusion, as user Rossitten describes in his answer on this same page.
Physician is a very old word, coming from both Greek and Latin roots for physic, meaning natural science and medicine.
Just channel, please consider watching and subscribing.